Alright, after crew change, another westbound manifest. January 8th, 2026. I had to move because we got a northbound that's going to swing east here in a minute. Oh, speaking of which, here it is. Oh, it's not moving. All right. Well, there you go. And that's why I had to move. Because there was one coming out of Council Bluffs that was going to go east. This is Council Bluffs to Dodge, Fort Dodge. That's where all these cars go get loaded. I think it's another ADM or cargo plant. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here comes some heavy hauls right here. And now our rear DPU. And back to the manifest. That is the eastbound, just went flying by. That's going to Des Moines, Council Bluffs, Des Moines. This is Bailey. I don't know where it originated from, but I can tell you it ends in Bailey. That was a CNW bottom on that coil car, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys were paying attention. We still get a lot of good fallen flag cars out here. I think, surprisingly, the coolest thing I've seen so far is Southern and Western Pacific with the feathers. CNW box cars. Well, CNW anything, because this is the CNW, former CNW line. Sanchez, Schick, Lincoln Chaplin, Upland. That's a no name. That's a no name. And Detch. I don't know even how to say that one. DEUTSCH. Pan Ams. We got a lot of good fallen flag cars out here. Mopac. Auto rack wise, man, I caught a Southern auto rack out here. The black one. That was cool. A C&W auto rack. Santa Fe auto racks. That's Megan. Manzanita, Manzanita. Here comes our mid-train DPUs. Boop. Boop. And here comes a Pan Am box right here. Bam. Funny, I just said that. Another fallen flag. CSX got them. It's funny how railroads go through cycles. You know, when I first started doing this, CSX was the bad railroad, you know. American Canyon and Beerman. Okay. Then CSX started improving, and NS became the shit railroad. Now NS is getting bought out by UP. Pan Am went down to CSX. Crazy how that happens. Rail Fanning Adventures, Mo Valley. Alright, it is January 8th. And here comes our north, now swinging west. Northwestern on what was Chicago Northwestern. This one actually got held up by an ethanol drag that they ran out this way instead of the normal way they run that ethanol train. So there must be some traffic on the Omaha sub, Fremont to Omaha on that end. But they've been routing everything through here this morning. Oh, Missouri Pacific. Going on because traffic's being routed weird today. I don't know if it may be maintenance way or there's just more traffic coming east that they routed to Omaha this morning. But this one's late and there's going to be another one behind it. Alright everyone, it's January 9th, 9:57 a.m. I just got off a live video. I am now recording for the video I'm going to make. You guys voted for it. I am here in Fremont, Nebraska for 24 hours. This is a westbound manifest. It is going to terminate in Bailey Yard in North Platte. BNSF just went through the diamond cleared. It got the green to proceed. It's probably going to stop and do a crew change. Because he's got the he's got a red right now. I caught this train. It went through Mo Valley when I got off the exit to come here. It was ahead of me. Here's a Missouri Pacific bottom. So I've kind of been following this train from Blair. I caught up to it in Blair, Nebraska, all the way here to Fremont. That's a weird one that just says feet on it. There's a new CSX Trinity Rail coil car. That horn blast, everybody, that you just heard was because some idiot on a bicycle decided to go in front of the train. Yeah. Oh, there's a Katy. That's a MKT bottom. I believe this is Chicago to North Platte. There's another one that says feet on it, JRSX. Gonna get a couple of them in O-scale. I got a bunch of these in O-scale. Where I grew up, there was a giant lumber yard that used to get these full of wood. So some of my earliest memories of the railroad were rail boxes. Here comes a bunch of cryo trains and a lineage. Let's see what we got name-wise on here. Alright, your first one is Eagle Cap. That one right there. Followed by Bella. Sleeping Giant. Silverton. Happy Jack. And Happy Valley. The lineage one is Happy Valley. I'm going to scoot around town real quick, check all the spots, see if there's any good cars or engines, power tied down somewhere, get some photos for you guys. Again, Rich Bernardin, Fremont, Nebraska, January 9th. You guys voted for it, I'm here. This train's coming off the Mo Valley sub and onto the Transcon. I believe the sub it's coming onto is the either Columbus or Grand Island sub. I don't know. Don't know the name of the subs out here. I know the two. There's Grinnell, Sewell, and Jambard. And that is the end of our westbound manifest heading to Bailey. Rail Fanning Adventures, January 9th. Fremont, Nebraska. Alright, it's January 9th. It is 9 minutes after 10 Central Standard Time. And as I was scooting around to get pictures of all the co-op power here in Fremont for you guys, comes a westbound intermodal. This is all from 29th Street Yard. This is coming in. There's a generator and the wires that's feeding all those cars. This is a one train. There's another generator, that bottom one pink box right there is a generator. And then the wires come out. There's another one. The wires come out and feed all of the reefer units that are on this train. This is built in Council Bluffs. There's another one. And then here's another one here. The pink one box is actually a Jenny. It's feeding all these cars electrical power so they can run the reefer units. There's another one. I'm heading east right now along the Omaha sub. There's another generator, that orange one. This is Council Bluffs to Bailey Yard. Council Bluffs to Bailey Yard. There's an eastbound right behind this. Probably waiting for Valley's power to get out of the way. There's our DPU. Mid-train DPU. There's our low-grade nuclear waste from the OPD site in Blair, Nebraska right here. Again, this train is Council Bluffs to Bailey Yard. Council Bluffs to Bailey Yard. I really need to get some of these boxes right here in O scale. They're sharp looking. Black, orange, and gray. There's a Southern Pacific right there. And that's the end of the Council Bluffs Bailey Yard. Let's follow this. This is the train that literally just passed us. To spin around and head the other way. We've already got the power on this one. Make a quick U-turn, guys, and head back into Fremont, where I will be sitting for 24 hours. You guys voted for it, and this is where I'll be. I'll make sure I get pictures and video of everything that goes by me in the next 24 hours. Now that we're not facing the sun, get a better view of this train. Again, this is a Council Bluffs to Bailey Yard. These gondolas here are filled with building material. They're tearing down the nuclear power plant in Blair, and that's what's in those gondolas, low-grade nuclear waste. Again, there's our mid-train DPU.
try to explain these these one boxes. This Council Bluffs train here is made in Council Bluffs 29th Street yard. There's a generator car that supplies power to all the reefer units. Instead of running gas in all those reefer units, it's a generator and they're electric.
What I'll do is I'll catch up to it real quick and then explain it. I didn't see this until I got out here. I don't know if they do it anywhere else. But basically, those two, and then the one on top, and then the two in front, and those two right there are all fed by that orange generator in that box right there. It's Ocean Network Express does this. There's another, that's a generator right there supplying power to all these containers, so that they don't have to be fueled. It's a cool concept, because instead of having to fuel each container and worrying about gas, all they have to do is fuel that pink generator car right there, which you can see there's a green light in the upper right corner. I mean, it's running. And that supplies power to all of the reefer units on this train. 2, 4, 5, 7, 9 containers. And you can see the wiring run from the there's a great view of how the wires run out. The wires go out to all of these boxes and keep them cold. As far as I know, this is the only place I know that does this. In my area, that's how they do it here. And then right in front of me here is the giant Scolaire co-op. And this is 5001 is broken. I have pictures of it. But the one that does work is that beautiful blue engine right there. That's the one that they use, guys. 5001, which is parked in the back, is dead. The supercharger's blown on it, and the generator on it's bad. I know this. I work for Scolaire. They don't use 5001. They're looking to sell the engine, but it's hard to sell an engine that doesn't work. Now, on the back end of this building, Magnus right here in Fremont, there is a Burlington Northern caboose and an old C&W boxcar. Let me see if I can get a good view of it. Right there. There's the C&W boxcar. In the background is the C&W, what was the C&W co-op, but more importantly, that beautiful C&W engine that used to work here in the yard. The roundhouse is right behind that green tank there. Again, you guys wanted it. I'm here in Fremont for 24 hours. Everything that goes by, you guys will see. Rail Fanning Adventures, Rich Bernard and founder. We'll call this the Fremont trip, Fremont excursion. All right, 10:48, and the local BNSF power's coming back. That's the power that works the BNSF yard and all the customers here. It's 10:48 a.m. Central Time, and they just rolled in. All right, guys, 11:14, and they're switching out their yard. That's the local power for BNSF Yard. They're actively switching back and forth. I didn't go down there because you can't really sit down that end without being in their way, because there's a transfer track and you really can't see them because they have a line of rail to truck in the way. But they just came forward. There's their conductor working right there. They've been working for the last couple hours here in the yard. And there's BNSF working the yard here in Fremont, Nebraska. It is January 9th, 2026. All right, everybody. Rich Bernardin, founder of Rail Fanning Adventures. It is January 9th, 2026. And yesterday, while I was out rail fanning for you guys, I started a poll and I put it out there on where you guys wanted me to go spend 24 hours recording trains. After looking at the poll, Fremont won. It basically became down between Fremont and I forget the first one. Fremont and I think it was Pack Junction. It had the most. But anyway, it is. Let's see what time it is. It is 9:39 Central Time, and I'm just coming on station now. And yeah, I just want to let everybody know that I'm here. I made it. Man of my word. You guys wanted me to be in Fremont. I'm here in Fremont. And we have an eastbound coming right now and a westbound coming right now on the UP side. BNSF is not going to be here yet because the diamond is blocked currently by the eastbound. So let me spin around into my parking spot. I'll get out and show you exactly where I am and explain a little bit about Fremont to all of you. I know quite a few of you have been here for years and know where I'm at and all that, but let me go. Here we go. So I am now in Fremont, Nebraska. All right, spin this camera around. One second. How do I do that? Well, anyway, this is UP side of things. There's our westbound intermodal that's getting ready to get here. There's a crew house for crew changes here in Fremont. There's two subs here. You got the Omaha sub and then the Mo Valley sub. The Omaha sub is the original Union Pacific Transcon line, back from 1885 or something like that. And then the CNW ran the Mo Valley sub. That was how CNW basically terminated here in Fremont, interchanged with UP here. UP would take their stuff west, and CNW would take UP stuff east. Of course, UP bought them when they went bankrupt. Right behind me here, that track right there, that is the BNSF Sioux City sub. That is a north-south route. It's a single main with passing subs, with passing sidings. UP is basically double-tracked Omaha all the way out, but on the CNW side, the Mo Valley sub, it's single-track from just east of Fremont to Arlington, or to Kennard, and then at Kennard it goes to the west side of Blair, where it goes single over to California Junction. So there's two single tracks there. It's a great place to watch trains. BNSF's yarder works all day. UP's yarder works all day. There's a small Union Pacific yard here. on the UP side. There's a small BNSF yard right behind me on this side, and over here there's 2 diamonds, but holy shit, that's a lot of power for 1 unit. Oh, here we go. I can do this. Figured it out, guys. There we go. This is eastbound intermodal coming. First train since I got here. There is a westbound manifest coming. $26.69. C45AH, followed by a C45AH, followed by a C44AC, followed by a dash, a C45AH, a C45ACCTE, a C44ACM, an SD70 Acer, and a C45AH. That's 8, ladies and gentlemen. There's a new 1 container. That's cool. Look, there he is. Alright, here comes one of the weird ones. So we got this part right here, this front end is going to Council Bluffs. Where it'll interchange in 29th Street Yard. And IAIS will probably take this to Chicago. The back end of this train is going to be a manifest also going to the Bluffs. The other cool thing about Fremont, there isn't, BNSF still uses the train station right over there. It's right there. It's used for maintenance away and for the local crew, the yarder, they all work out of that. This was a terminal yard right over here. On the left side back there was the roundhouse and turntable for C&W. There's still a C&W engine here that's been here its entire life. It still works the co-op there. The roundhouse and turntable are gone. Now it's just a stub track. But they just added a bunch of tracks to that co-op, brand new tracks. And it's gotten bigger. It was built by C&W. Now it's owned by Viterra. They bought Gavilon. This is the Bailey to Council Bluffs turn, by the way. All that power is going back to the Bluffs. This train will actually terminate in Council Bluffs. Oh, FEC. These blue gondolas here will go to Blair. They're getting loaded with low-grade nuclear waste from the OPPD power plant. Ah, here you go. Here comes a fallen flag, guys. Southern Pacific. Almost all of this is the intermodal stuff's going to go to the intermodal yard on IAIS's side. The rest of this is pretty much going to Cargill and Blair. The wood's going to the lumber yard there in Blair. It's still rail fed. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I gotta get in the car. I forgot, I took off my coat and I'm freezing. So here's your first train from Fremont, Nebraska, everyone. First train of the day. Made sure I got the car washed, the windows were clean. It is 26 degrees out and breezy. So it's a little cold. These are empty ethanols going to Blair. Going to Cargill. Seen that car many times while I was working there. Here comes high fructose corn syrup that's got to be reworked. And there goes our eastbound on the Omaha sub there. Any minute now we're going to have a westbound manifest. I drove specifically to Mo Valley and started tracking that way so I didn't miss anything this morning. See, can I zoom in? Yes, I can. This co-op, which is Scolaire, has that little 2001. That engine is blown. The supercharger's blown on it. But they have another engine that they work this co-op with. There is the yard for UP. That is the C&W co-op in the back, now owned by Viterra. And right to the left of that silver tank was the roundhouse. And let's pan back up. And I think the locals. Oh, we're gonna back up now, because BNSF is coming across the diamond. Of course, I go live and everything shows up as soon as I get here. That's kind of cool. There's the one diamond right in front of me here. That is where UP crosses the BNSF Sioux City sub. Literally right there, where that signal is. That's one of that's one of two diamonds here. Now crossing the street. Now we're on BNSF side of things. This is BNSF Sioux City sub here. And if it's not the local and it's a run through, it's going to pass us. If it's the local, it might do some yard work on the other end of town. Their yard is on the other side of the main drag right here. Right on the other side of that co-op there. Which that and that are both ADM. And then there's a cement factory over here that gets Tilling's car. There's a bunch of stuff rail fed here. There's Purina, SCS. Viterra, Scolaire, the elevator that blew up, quite a few. There's also several slaughterhouses that get the Cryotrans cars along with the tank cars here too, which are directly behind me on the BNSF side of things. Oh, here he comes. Again, this train is heading south right now on the BNSF Sioux City sub. And when it gets here, I'll be able to tell you if it's a through train or if it's going to Hobson Yard in Lincoln. It's a through train. It is destined for Hobson Yard, Lincoln, Nebraska. this thing's going to have a ton of fallen flag cars, the original Burlington Northern paint. Enjoy. Oh, Lewis Greencoat. That's an oldie but goodie. That's another, well, it's not a fallen flag of the railroad, but it is a fallen co-op. I believe it is Viterra now. A lot of BN cars. I don't get so excited so much for the BN cars because we see a lot of BN, Burlington Northern original paint cars. What I get excited about is when you see Santa Fe and Colorado Southern and West Central. There's a good one. Morning, everybody. Welcome to Fremont, Nebraska. You guys voted for it. Here I am. Good morning, Eugene, Mom, Pep, Ellie. These are empty, guys. This train probably went up to the ethanol plant up there in well, it's just north of Sioux City. That's usually who gets these old cars. Again, this is southbound on the Sioux City sub. Hey, Eric. What's going on? Happy New Year, buddy. You guys voted. I'm here in Fremont. There's 2 trains already, and I just got here. Literally, just let's go back over onto the UP side of things where I park usually. UP tends to be busier than BNSF here. Again, it's their main transcon line from Chicago to LA, so there's tends to be more traffic. There's that westbound manifest I was telling you about. It's sitting right there, waiting for the green to go. Now that BNSF cleared the diamond. Let me see if I can zoom in here and show you the diamond on the west end of town. Underneath that bridge, those signals down there, that is where the Sioux City sub crosses the Transcon. BNSF crosses UP. Right behind me is where UP crosses BNSF. So there's 2 diamonds here in town. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here. I'm in Fremont. You guys voted for it. I'm setting up shop in between BNSF and UP and everything that goes by from 9:45 a.m. Central Standard Time to 9:45 tomorrow Central Standard Time. Everything that goes through here, you guys will see in the video. Thanks for being part of the group. Everyone have a great, I think it's Thursday. Have a great Thursday. And I hope to catch you trackside. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's about 11:45, and this is the Valley to Fremont turn coming in. This may even be Fremont to Valley. I don't know, but that's where. I don't think this is the local power. I think
1879 from Valley. It's one of the Valley engines. Our local UP yarder is behind this on the stub track. I'll try to zoom in real quick. Facing west right now. It's you can barely see it. It's behind the gray box there in the center of the screen. That's our local engine. I think it's 579. That's the one that works here. So that's definitely Valley to Fremont. Just came in the yard. It's like 11:45 or so.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, sorry about that. It's 5 after 12, and the Valley turn just shoved its 2 cars into the UP yard here in Fremont. I was chatting with our members. Sorry about that. Missed them coming back. All right, January 9th, 2026. It's about 20 after 12 Central Time. There's our Valley engine working the yard. And coming west right now, off the Mo Valley sub. Sorry about that, I turned my head. There's a train coming behind me. Pardon me, guys, sorry about that. That scared me. I could hear a train horn. I believe the BNSF local is crossing the diamond behind me. Crossing the Transcon. But here comes a westbound intermodal. That's what it looks like. Westbound intermodal. He's got a limited a diverging signal here. He's basically coming off the Mo Valley sub onto the Transcon and going all the way over to track number 2, main track 2. He's going to be doing a lot of crossing here. West of us right now, track 1 has maintenance away on it. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. This is number 5. Second unit was a C45 ACH. Westbound intermodal. Again, the Valley turn is working in the yard here. BNSF's locals working right behind me. Rich Bernard in Fremont, Nebraska. You guys voted for it. You got it. Here I am. Look, John, a big one. Another big one, buddy. We're going to pan to the west here real quick. And as you can see, he's come off of the Mo Valley sub onto main 1 and then all the way over to main 2. And he has got the green down there for main 2 to cross the diamond. That is where BNSF Sioux City sub runs over the Transcon line. That's that green signal there on the left. Very colorful intermodal here. Big ones, John, big ones. For all of you that don't know, me and John Cavanaugh, when one Ocean Network Express came out, we used to jokingly say, look, a big one, a little one. These are big ones, of course. Little information for all those that are not railroaders and don't know this. Sets of 3, that's a set of 353s. That counts as one car. This set of 53s counts as one because they share trucks. And also the most common used box worldwide is the 40-foot box. That would be the box on top. These two boxes right here, they're 40 footers. That is the most common used intermodal box in the world. It goes 40s, then 20s, and then the United States uses 48s and 53s. So this train right here is an international train. These boxes can basically go worldwide. The 40-foot box is the most commonly used box in the world. I found that out from a God, what was his title? He's an international shipper. That's what he does. He does commodities and ships our resources around the world. And he told me that the 40-foot box was the most common box in the world. It's used worldwide. And it's because Europe and some parts of Asia, the trucks can only be, 48 feet long or whatever. So the 40-foot box plus the tractor pulling it, that's the most common box shipped worldwide. 53s are used primarily in the United States and Puerto Rico and Central America, but the 40-footer and 20-footers are shipped worldwide. They're the most commonly used boxes worldwide. And this, my friends, is a westbound coming off the Mo Valley sub, heading west on track number 2. Track number 1 west of me is shut down right now for maintenance away. So it's a little slow here in Fremont today, but that's okay. You guys wanted Fremont, I'm here. Alright, it's 12:58 and BNSF is still switching behind me. That car is going to the slaughterhouse that's behind me to the right. And as I pan to the west, there's a small manifest train that's come in and is I believe doing a crew change, and they're lining up the yard right now. I'm about to go live. Just wanted to get it before I go live. With Bernard on January 9th, Fremont, Nebraska. Alright, January 9th, and Scolaire came out with the tanks from the left side of that co-op over there, and is now going to shove them over to the right down to the yard so that UP can come and grab them. Another little more rail action here in Fremont. Again, Rich Bernard on January 9th, Fremont, Nebraska. You guys voted for it. Here I am. Alright, it's 1:27 and BNSF is coming back. The local power coming back after switching the there they are. It's after they switched the companies behind us and they went to the yard that is just south of here and brought these cars back in. And there's the local working, of course. And we got 2 trains coming. I got an eastbound coming and a westbound sitting here, an empty cold drag. So it's 27 after 1. We got some BNSF action happening behind us. Yard transfer from one yard to the next. Two Union Pacific trains, an eastbound and a westbound.
cars for the concrete plant. Tillings cars. The end is coming, ladies and gentlemen. And then I'm going to pan west on UP and east on UP. Should be a tank right at the end there. There it is. Alright, let's... And then looking west, we got an eastbound coming. And now looking east on the Mo Valley sub, we have a empty coal drag that is also on its way. January 9th, 2026, Fremont, Nebraska.
All right, January 9th, 2026, Rich Bernard in Fremont, Nebraska. With a slow order. I don't know what's going on, but something's going on with UP right now. We got an eastbound loaded coal drag. Both units with the new paint scheme. This eastbound coal drag into Omaha. It's going down the Omaha sub. The original stayed on the original Transcon. The westbound empty coal drag is still holding just east of my location on the Mo Valley sub. But this train has a slow order for some reason. This is a new coal train. This is all TILX leasing units. This is the first time that I've caught this train here, or that I've even seen this train. Usually it's WEPX, EDGX. This is the first time I've seen an entire coal drag with just TILX cars. And again, it's got a slow order for some reason. It's not moving at track speed. It is 1:38, January 9th, 2026. The last time I seen these cars, actually, these TILX cars, they were sitting in storage in Alliance, Nebraska, on the, I believe, if it wasn't, it might be Progress Rail or the other one that's up there. There's two giant rail car storage facilities up there. And that's where the last time I seen these TILX cars. They were empty, just sitting in storage. That particular storage facility is on the BNSF main line. However, UP and BNSF stored it's obviously a leasing company. They fix and maintain these when they're not being used for coal or whatever they're used for. There are literally, if you ever get a chance, go to Alliance, Nebraska and see the miles and miles of just stored rail cars. It is amazing. Again, this eastbound coal drag's got a slow order for some reason. He is not moving at track speed. He is on Main 1 on the Omaha sub heading east right now. Oh my gosh, it's a mega. It's two coal trains in one. Oh my. Yeah, this is about 4 or 5 miles worth of coal right here. Going by, guys, at about 15 or 20 miles an hour. Maybe even less. Here comes the end and the beginning of the second coal drag that's stacked onto this. I'm going to pan to the west here. Miles and miles of coal. There is the end and the beginning of the next train. And there they go, off into the very, very horizon there. Giant coal drag. Massive coal drag. Here comes our mid-train DPUs, which again, the one that's facing west would be the end of the first coal train. The one that's facing east would be the beginning of the second coal train. UP actually calls these mega trains when they lash up two trains together. So right now it's a 2x2 with 2 up front. Here comes the 2 in the middle. Let's see what these guys are. That's a C45AH, and that is a C44AC. And now, up here we go. EDGX and COLX are going to be your reporting marks on this coal drag. The first part, for the first time in my entire life, that was the first entire leaser TILX coal drag I ever caught. There's very rare. Usually you see EDGX and COLX, MAXX, OMAX out here. I've never seen a complete coal drag full of TILX before out here. That was the first. Again, this is going eastbound on the Omaha sub on track 1. I'm going to go ahead and pause this because he's moving at about 10 or 15 miles an hour. He's got a slow order for some reason. And we're already 9 minutes just this video alone. We'll pause this and we'll catch up with the rear end power. All right, continuing, we're coming up to the end here on this giant eastbound mega cold drag. It started going by me at like 39 after 1 or 29 after 1. I honestly, I forget. Going for a while. It's 2 cold drags in one. The first half of this was all TILX. Second half of this was EDGX, COLX. This one's a standard. The back end was just one we see all the time here. But the front half was definitely unique. He's starting to pick up speed now. He was doing 10, 15 mile an hour going through here. He's starting to get up to track speed once again. And, oh, here comes a brand new UP rapid discharge hopper. There you go. Brand newy one. Or rebuilt one. No, we got some UP cars on the end of this. Mixed in with the EDGX, COLX. Gonna pan to the west here real quick. Follow the rear DPU coming towards us. Again, this is on track 1 on the Omaha sub heading east. Here comes our rear on this mega train. There we go. Alright, this is interesting. They're moving this cold drag up, but at the same time, panning to the west, the local from BNSF is running north to go switch out the companies up there. So the diamond just literally cleared. That was BNSF crossing. Here comes that eastbound that was holding, waiting for the mega to get by. Again, there's a new the new paint scheme. And this is the Mid-America empty cold drag. Oh my God. So while we're waiting for Mid-America to get going and get out of the way here, directly behind it is another westbound coming. Again, this is MAXX. This is Mid-America's cold drag. There's a giant Mid-America power station here in Council Bluffs. And there's several throughout the states of Iowa and Illinois and Missouri and Kansas, I believe. It's our power guys out here. But this one is heading westbound. And we got a double green on the diamond just west of here. My camera will do it. There you go. Double green, which means that track 1 has opened. Track main 2 has opened, and they're able to run both tracks now west. So apparently maintenance away has lifted. This one seems to be stopping. This one is stopping. It's probably going to do a crew change here. This crew's probably out of time. Here comes another westbound. That's a 70 AH and a 44 AC. And this is COLX EDGX. We just saw the loaded one of this going east a minute ago. And here comes the empty westbound. It's 2:03 Central Time. And we have 2 empty cold drags passing me right now, heading west. This one is, they're both on the Mo Valley sub, coming onto the Columbus sub here in Fremont. Pan to the west here, you'll see the power passing.
MAXX, the Mid-America train's behind this one. We got a double green on the diamond. There you go, got 2 empty coal drags heading west. One will be on main 2. This one's just going to go to main 2 on the Columbus sub. The one behind it will keep running west on main 1. Right now, both of them are coming off the Missouri Valley sub. Both heading west onto the Columbus sub. Again, Rich Bernardin, Rail Fanning Adventures, January 9th, 2026. You guys voted for it. I'm here. Everything that goes by, you guys will see. Hey Rick, how you doing? Hey, did maintenance away get off just west of here? Oh, they did. Oh, excellent. All right, thanks, buddy. Good seeing you. Yeah, it's been a little while. I've been, I've been working, and then, sitting in Mo Valley every once in a while, Council Bluffs, stuff like that. How you been? How's the kids? Great, glad to hear it. I like your new truck. $35 miles on. Wow, that is a new truck. Well, buddy, it's been good seeing you, man. Good luck. Stay safe, all right? Later. Needless to say, guys, I come here enough that I know the maintenance away guys, the signal maintainers, the track maintainers, the welders. I talk to them all. Several times I've actually helped the crews here on my off time. I don't care, it's work, whatever. If I'm here and they look like they need help, I help them. Well, maintenance away is out of the way. We have open rail west of me now. Now we're going to start rolling. This empty coal drag is the COLX EDGX. We just saw the loaded one heading east on main 2, and here's the empty one going west, coming off the Missouri Valley sub onto the Columbus sub, and it's running west on main 2. Here's the end, and then again there is Mid-America doing a crew change. That crew's probably at... Hey, they had a time, Rick? Oh, they did. Okay. So he just told me that this crew that's on the Mid-America train ran out of time. Things are stacked up and waiting because of the maintenance. So maintenance way is off. We're going to start seeing more rail action here in Fremont. There's the Mid-America empty waiting to go. They're doing a crew change as we speak. They got the green on the diamond. Rail Fanning Adventures. All right, ladies and gentlemen, after doing a crew change and waiting for the EDGX, OPEX, or COLX, empty coal drag to go by on main on the transfer track. Mid-America started rolling, and I'm going to spin the camera around so you can see. So right in front of me, right here, this is how Union Pacific gets to the customers on the BNSF side. Then you got main 2, then main 1, that's the Omaha sub, then the transfer track, and then the other main track for
There's 2 tracks that come in here for off the Mo Valley sub. So you got 2 coming through off the old CNW and onto the Transcon right over here. Mid-America is on the first one, I believe, on Main 1 on that one. Main 2 had the other train that ran by it. They did a quick crew change. That crew was out of time. Like I said, maintenance away was west of here. They had Main 1 shut down west of here for maintenance away. There's the Diamond. I was talking with my buddy Rick. They opened that up, and now traffic is flowing on both tracks. The first train to run, Main 1 today, heading west, is going to be this Mid-America, MAXX. It's Mid-America. It's a power company out here in the Midwest. This particular coal drag just came from the Mid-America plant in Council Bluffs, so it didn't have far to come. But he was probably waiting his turn all day. It took him a while to go from there to here. You can hear him slowly picking up speed. The rear DPU is coming. I gotta find a company to make these in O scale for me. I definitely want on my my layout the Mid-America coal plant, because it's got 2 giant loop tracks that dump coal. It's a giant coal burning facility. It makes all the power out here. There comes our mid train, or our rear DPU. Pushing on the rear end of the westbound Mid-America train that is now heading west on Main 1. Alright, January 9th, it's 3 o'clock, and we got a northbound on BNSF Sioux City sub. Just rounding the corner here, just came around the curve. This one's heading north. ES44C4 and a -9, or yeah, -9, 44CW. One of the interesting things is you can always tell when BNSF is coming. One thing that happens is the diamond, the west diamond that goes where they cross for UP, goes all red, and UP traffic stops. And there's a signal right there that is approach lit on both sides of the diamond. So as soon as that lights up, you can tell something's either coming north or south. This one is heading north. It's like a unit train of gondolas. I wish I knew what was in them. I don't know if they're loaded or not. They don't appear to be loaded, but I have not. This is another train that I've never caught coming through here. This is a new one for me. Again, this is a northbound.
eastbound here in Fremont. It's 3 o'clock. You guys voted for it. I'm here. Put a vote between Low Valley, Pacific Junction, Fremont, and Fremont won. So here I am. 24 hours of all the traffic that goes through here. Man, these are brand new. Built 0324, 0324. Trying to grab a picture of who built these cars. The tag is right there. One of them just went by. This one's got a couple rocks on top. Maybe it had ballast in it, but these aren't ballast dumpers, so I really don't know. As Scott would say, good ass light. BNEOT. Again, that was BNSF heading north. We'll stroll back over to the rental car here. Oh, I gotta go through the mud. I hate mud. Wish it would have snowed. Coming back over to where the car's at on the UP side. Trying to show you where right in this particular section that they're literally heading due west, but then they make a sharp right curve on the west end of town here and cross right over UP. Maybe I'll be able to get a small video of that. Walk back over to this side real quick and pan to the west. And there you go. Underneath the bridge there, there's BNSF crossing over the Columbus sub and heading due north to Sioux City. Again, Rich Bernard in Fremont, Nebraska. It's looking west on the UP Columbus sub. What we got here? Cold but beautiful day. All right, January 9th, 2026. You voted for it. I'm here. Rich Bernard in Fremont, Nebraska, in between UP and BNSF. And we have a eastbound coming. Looks like a loaded coal drag. It is 333. Loaded coal coming in. And we're back at doing track speed, which is nice. Oh yeah. Oh, it's C&W. This train is on Main 1 on the Omaha sub. WEPX is the reporting mark. WPSX, WEPX. This is a normal coal drag that normally comes through here. It is on Main 1 heading east on the Omaha sub. It was on Main 2. It is switching over. It's actually crossing from 2 to 1. Right there, guys. Right there. So he's going 2 to 1, heading east. We're back doing track speed. The maintenance away guys are off the tracks west of here. The signal maintainer
right across from me. I was talking with him for about 45 minutes. Very nice guy. He was telling me that they're replacing a switch, doing some track work, cleaning up a derailment off the main, but they still had a slow order. They were doing maintenance away on track on main 1 on the Columbus sub just west of here. Plus there was a derailment at the ADM co-op that's also being cleaned up. They're done for the day, so let's see some trains. I've gone live on Facebook several times today. I'll start mashing together a video around 10 o'clock of what I caught during the day today. I'll get that up and on the group on the Facebook via YouTube. Panning to the west now. Here comes our rear DPU. Boom. And there he goes down the Omaha sub. Facing east towards Scolaire. It's the big co-op there. There you go, Rail Fanning Adventures, Fremont, Nebraska. You voted for it, you got it. Alright, sorry ladies and gentlemen, I've been on the phone for several hours right now handling some personal issues, and I got pictures of everything going by but no video. This is an eastbound manifest. It is going through it's going east. It is heading it's coming off the Columbus sub, heading east, heading towards Mo Valley, on the Mo Valley sub. Sorry I didn't get video, guys. I was on the phone with a very good close friend of mine that I haven't talked to in a while, and basically for the last almost 3.5 hours we were catching up with everything going on. Things happen, and yep, I needed that. Anyway, it's Rich Bernardin. It's 9:58. We've had train after train after train. This is an eastbound manifest, Bailey probably to Chicago or Bailey to Marshallton. Originated from Bailey. Here's a Southern Pacific. I had to catch up. My apologies. You guys voted for it. You guys voted for Fremont. I'm here in Fremont. I didn't get videos, but I did get pictures of everything going by, so it still counts. All right, here we go. We got some cryo trans going by. We've got Lineage, Magnetic Hill, Bacon Ridge, Canyon Ranch, Fairfax. All right, there's a rail train behind this that's going west. Here's our mid-train DPU. Empty rail train. It came in with a crew. The crew left. They just got a crew to it. It's a rail train. It's been parked in the yard now for about, well, as long as I've been talking to Tess. So, been here for a while. They just got a crew to it. It's heading west now. It's a rail train. It's a big part of what's happening west of here is they're putting new rail in and switches. Today they tackled the switch. Tomorrow they're going to be dropping this rail. Actually, they'll probably be laying it off tonight, just west of here. So, all the maintenance away is being done during the day. In fact, if I was to get on 30 right now and head west, in Columbus is the entire track gang. All their stuff's tied down. They get out of the way at night so that traffic can get through. We saw that today with everything running on Main 2. There's a Conrail. And then as soon as maintenance away got out of the way, it was like a dam breaking. This manifest literally had it all. Auto racks, intermodal, coal cars, box cars, tank cars. Oh, it even comes to 2 old Tropicanas. 1, 2. Here comes our rear DPU. Now, as you can see, panning to the west, there is the rail train heading west. They got the green at the diamond down there. Rich Bernardin, Rail Fanning Adventures, Fremont, Nebraska.